One. So, guys, welcome to the Fight Rundown. I'm not going to put an episode number on it because I don't know when this is dropping. I don't know if we're going to record anymore, but I would like to welcome my guest, my favorite podcaster, probably up there, probably top three. I'm not putting him above Errol Hawani. We'll find out today. Please welcome Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm very well. It's lovely always to be in conversations with someone so mentally ill. How can we be the top? How can it be the top three? What are you going on about?
I'm not lying. Like I said, I've shouted. I've said it before. I don't know if I've said it on the pod, but these guys, honestly, fighting words, formerly known as Combat Coffee and Cuties. Might get done for saying that. Yeah, these guys are honestly one of the reasons why I started podcasting. Was supposed to get an episode back in the maybe about a year and a half ago. Just never kind of went through. I'm so happy.
Carnage, yeah.
And I think it works out for
carnage.
So yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I'm Rob. I'm co-host of Fighting Words. We split it up a little bit now. We've changed it. So we were doing sort of like 2 a week, where we'd have one that was a topical breakdown, one that we would try and have a guest, and then it would kind of descend into it. But trying to arrange fighters to come on pods it's fun, but it's an experience, right? So, or when your co-host is a stuntman and they get stuck on set or whatever, or at the, like I've got my own career as well and children and stuff like that. Sometimes you just get stuck. So we had a little bit of a sequence of those, and then we started to do one that we call Undestructible, which is behind our Patreon, patreon.com Fighting Words. And it's different. It's a lot of fun. We're trying to get professionals or people or industry people behind the paywall. They can say a little bit more. They can be a little bit loose and a little bit more fun. And to be fair, there's one episode that we did a couple of weeks ago that I was going to release on the main feed, but like it headed like censored. I had the Ric Flair woo every time something had to be censored. I was doing it tonight before I started. I got about half hour in and I was just like, we can't. Like even like how heavy censored it is on the main feed might bring people in to bring issues to the person on that person, and it's just like it's so good.
So long. If you're trying to get, especially when you put that F in, last thing you want is someone to just bloody, you can't do that, you can't put that on, let's remove it. And then
did you know what? He doesn't care. That's the worrying thing. He doesn't give a single flying F. I don't know what language we allowed. Normal language.
Anything for the goat, man. Anything you want. Don't worry.
Yeah, but like for him, he's an animal. Like he's a good laugh. He's an absolute savage, and he's on Sky. So you kind of have to protect him.
Well, you know what? Send me the link to the Patreon, and we'll put it in the description, guys. Honestly, you need to get on Fighting Words, man. Like, yeah,
isn't £2 a month? That's all it is.
Nothing.
£2 exactly a month. You get at least 4 episodes.
Mate, that's less than a grenade protein bar. That's mental.
It's exactly. That's well, I don't know where are you based?
I'm from a small place called Cleethorpes.
That's hilarious. Okay, go on.
And yourself?
Well, I'm from London, so
yeah. What part?
Obviously,
London.
Yeah, I'm from Deep Essex, and then moved to East London.
Yeah, well,
only white child in my first school. Claim to fame.
I've been the only brown person at my school since I was at school. No longer at school now, but I was the only Sikh kid. So,
yeah,
I was everything.
Sikhs aren't that common though.
No, they're not. But brown people should be common. But you know what? I'm going to stop before someone. I'm talking to one person who listened and cried about any ethnic views we had. So yeah, I'm going to stop there before they try and cry. But yeah, right. I'm going to go to some calm questions, Rob. Literally nothing crazy.
We've got some about phrenology.
Hey?
Are they about phrenology?
Surprisingly, they're about boxing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Right, Rob, starting off.
Yeah, man.
I need to know your 3. By the way, like I said, this is kind of an intro episode. Hopefully we'll run it forward soon as well. 3 favorite fighters of all time. Give me a list.
James Toney, Ricky Hatton, and Prince Nazim.
James Toney 1.
James Toney, yeah, like lights out, like him.
He's number
The one
he's
that went
number
into
one on the list.
for sure, for sure.
Some,
Not
some
not
people
only
say
is
some
not
people say
only
one of the
as he,
latest.
yeah, he'd definitely like he'd tell you that though. Like,
Yeah,
you know, he's just a funny fucker. He's just like uber talented. The one that they all say, even on the super middleweight roundtable they had on Sky Sports, that like you got Roy Jones sitting there, and they're all saying James Toney was the best of us, and he's got the fucking right ump about it. Ricky Hatton was just like perfect. So he's 3 years older than I am. Obviously, don't like
really.
he's got some miles on that movie, but you know he's Ricky, isn't it? He's national
Oh
hit.
yeah,
Like he was. Now, how old are you?
20.
Okay, so I'm pretty much grooming you as when young Sam, right? So yeah, like Ricky was a phenom. Because I'm
Yeah, I
40.
watched Ricky. Ricky was the first because my dad he works on the boxing board, so
Oh yeah,
yeah. So the first people I really watched was that '07 to '06 to like '09 era. So Berea, Mayweather. I
yeah,
mean, all that lot is what I kind of grew up with.
peak Ricky. And
Yeah,
then Naz is just Naz, right?
yeah, of course, madman. Absolute
Yeah,
madman.
yeah,
Greatest on the
exactly.
mic.
He's
Is he greatest on the mic?
definitely. Even now, I think I don't think there's many that can beat him.
I
I've got
can't
a
stop
clip
him.
on my phone of him just talking just absolute shit. They asked him like how's the weather outside, and he started talking about his speed and power and unbelievable natural talent. It was just like legend.
I know somebody went to jail and padded for him. Weird story, but
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Share.
Um, I'm gonna bait him now. I don't want to bait him out too hard, but his name was Sean Woods,
Okay, you didn't
local.
have to say his name. No one would have known.
Yeah, no, no, he's a top trainer from where one of the coaches, and yeah, he just padded. Now's why he's in jail.
What do you say that was like?
Um, he didn't say anything. He just calm, and he just went, yeah. Well, to be fair, the story passed down, and when I asked him, he was like, yeah, I did, and I was like, cool, cool.
Thanks. Lovely sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, top guy though. Top guy, Sean. Shout out to Sean, man. He always asks how I am. So, yeah. So interesting one.
You should get him on. He's gonna have some proper stories.
I might have to. I don't know where you find him unless it's like. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to.
Probably dad in the park.
Yeah, literally 2 a.m. Last time I saw him down
Geezer.
in the beach on the beach. So
What a geese.
who knows? Yeah, and James Toney embarrassed the UFC division. So
He did that. I mean, that's easy $1 million, isn't it?
yeah, but he just absolutely killed MMA in one night and just made it the
Yeah, but
most illegitimate sport in the world.
to be fair, he did that a little bit towards the end of his career in boxing as well, where he started hanging. Do you know Tybo? He started getting trained
Yeah,
by that geezer. Like literally, that Billy Blanks was his trainer, and you got him and Billy doing bench press and just like mucking about, and you're like, this is for like a big pay per view. What's going on? Powerful.
absolutely. You know what? I really need to go back and watch James Toney because I was speaking to my dad yesterday and we're speaking about some legendary fighters. I've been going back watching a lot of Larry Holmes. He said,
Yeah,
because then I was watching some Corrales,
yeah.
Diego Corrales, and he's like, get on James Toney. I was like, yeah, but he's just a joke. And I was like, how can I take him serious? And he's like, nah, you don't understand how good he was. I was
Yeah,
like, you know
for
what?
sure.
I'm gonna go back and watch his stuff. So after I've kind of finished the Larry Holmes discog off, I'll
Love that.
definitely go to James Toney.
Do you and your dad watch that together, or is it
Um,
when he gets home for the day, he's like, oh, no more.
to be fair, maybe it's a rare Sunday that he might say, you know what, let's actually sit down and watch a bunch of fights. But he's usually not too fussed on it. He's quite a busy guy, so
Mm,
when he does, we kind of watch. It's literally like half a day. So we watched all the Triple G Canelo fights all in a row, which is kind of cool. And you know how long they last when you watch the
that's
entrance.
really nice.
Yeah. He's a top guy, to be fair. He knows his stuff as well. Knows more than me, which is weird. Like considering I'm the one on the pod. But
Yeah, well,
maybe
it's got to
we'll
come
get
somewhere, isn't it?
maybe we'll get a 3-1 on. Maybe you'll come on when we're all
Yeah,
together one day.
yeah, if you
And,
got my number, just text me.
of course. Yeah. And next one, we've got current favorite weight class in boxing. That can be your favorite
Middleweight.
fighters.
Probably middleweight
Yeah. Any
at the
reason
minute
why?
because I still love Triple G. I've got my mate Denz is fighting for a world title next month at
Big
middleweight.
Bentley. Big Bentley, let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Legend. And
And
then, you know,
he's put
you
you on
like
as well.
Jenna. Yeah, exactly. He's a lovely, lovely guy. And it's just, it would be lovely to see him, like, just to win a strap, like, out of control.
Mm.
But, like, you still got Triple G. Charlo's still fun, right? Jenna,
Yeah.
who Denz is going to fight, is an absolute animal. You got one's coming, you got Eubank Jr. in there. You got Felix Cash in there. You got, like, you name it. There's a massive scene here. There's a massive scene in the States, and there's a massive global set. So I think middleweight is probably the most fun.
Yeah, I mean, I
What's
think
yours?
I don't want to be default and say heavyweight, but I'm really into the cruiserweight scene at the moment. I think, especially on the UK side, it's looking good.
Yeah. Cruiser's good, but this thing is, it's like it's just a countdown for them to become heavyweights.
Exactly, yeah. That's the only issue. It's a stepping weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then you've got obviously Garcia and Davis looking to fight down there, and well, to be fair, my favorite fight is Naru Inoue. So, and it's the worst division in boxing, in my opinion, because we're just waiting for Donaire to kind of. Obviously, he's gone now. He's lost twice, but he's fighting Paul Butler, which is cool. So, I mean,
yeah, he's like from your neck of the woods, wherever it's north of the wall.
The north-south divide's real, guys. Like,
It's fucking the north-south divide is like the perimeter of the M25. That's it.
Hey, look, I didn't choose to be born here. I mean,
Yeah.
one day when the fight run down, like I said to the people listening, the boys, the girls, one day the fight run down will be in that studio in London. Also to be,
We've got, yeah, man. We've got like a little stall for when we start doing guests. So obviously, whilst Ian's gone, rest in peace in Hawaii, Jesse's taken over from him for a bit because like the time difference is just a nightmare. I was saying to you before we record, it's like it's 11 hours behind, and then he's going to somewhere that's like 11 hours ahead. So it's just the time difference will be all right, but it just doesn't work for this. So you can sit in the middle still, which is low.
Grinding, like still trying to. Obviously, both of you making it happen. Sometimes it's a nightmare when I'm trying to get a guest or a co-host to come on. It's just doesn't always work out, but like it's good to see you guys always constantly getting it done. Like I said, one of the best, definitely. I didn't say at the beginning, definitely the best social media for combat sports is you guys. Not only the memes, we're going to get to the memes later on because some of them, especially the story ones, the story are just some of them are just ridiculous.
Yeah, normally we'll talk about that when you're ready to talk about that. Well, what was the? I don't want to like hijack your show.
No, go ahead.
Potentially no. Go on. What did you want to talk about the memes? The memes are gold. Like the memes is like we're going back. So I fucking hate emojis with burning passion, right?
Same.
Literally, you send me an emoji response, or even the new WhatsApp where you hold it down and do like a mini response.
All right,
I want to punch you in the fucking neck. Like it's so infuriating to me. My wife's gonna be listening there and just start sending me fucking emojis. Yep, she's already doing it. That's powerful. But then there's memes. And like emojis on the language side of things is like the first chimp just scraping shit on a wall. And emojis are a symphony. Hold on, not emojis. Memes are a symphony because it says everything. It tells you everything you need to know, even the little video ones, no context ones. Fucking powerful.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. I put my first meme on the story. And it was bad. It wasn't good. It was like a POV. You're a Joshua fan trying to explain how he's still number one. And I can't lie. I was like, got a good little response from it. I was like, you know what? Need to get to the memes more. But yeah, yours are gold. I wish I screenshotted him. I wish I knew. I wish I was kind of a bit more prepared and just went throughout the week because you put what 3 golden ones on a day.
I don't know.
On average.
I don't know.
Yeah. For example, you went my favorite one. Just off recent top of my head, what is a deji?
Yeah, what is it like? You're 20. You can fucking answer me that. I don't know.
You know what?
That is.
You know what, Rob? I've got a special section for you because I've seen how much you love Jake.
Amazing.
Dedicated to YouTube boxing because I want to hear your rant and your praise. But
I'm gonna very very briefly say this though. On the top tier of our Patreon is actually the Jake Paul tier, and that's £1,250. Okay, you get to be in the intro with your own special shot video of the live shows should we ever do them again. But
really?
for £1,250, That's not £12.50. That's £1,250. We've priced it. We've priced it appropriately.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the
Jake
Jake
Paul
Paul
money.
tier.
It's Jake Paul
It's
money.
JP. Yeah.
Well,
Complete JP.
like I said, we're going to get to it, but before we do, we've literally got one. To be fair, I was like, I'll keep it brief. I don't know how I was going to roll. Obviously, this has already been a GOAT tier episode for me.
Yeah, man.
But favorite fight in the history of boxing. I want to know what is your favorite, and it looks like you got an answer already.
Yeah, my personal. I'll tell you the fight that I have watched more than any other fight ever. I would probably say, as someone that is an advocate and a practitioner of mental illness, at least once a day for a very long time, which was Morales Pacquiao one. Like that's my fight. Like I loved Morales. I didn't like Pacquiao. I still don't like Pacquiao to this day.
Really?
I got into an altercation with Filipino fans of Manny Pacquiao in Vegas after Pacquiao Morales 3, and it's just not for me, that geezer. I don't even think he's on the wall. He ain't made it on the wall. That fuck off.
I like the wall.
No, he's not on there.
I like the wall, and this is, like I said, hopefully this should be on YouTube. We apologize about the set because I'm gonna upgrade. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of ideas, but we have got the merch going on. You know what I mean? Fire merch.
I messaged you about. I've got some ideas. I'm like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen of parts of the living room.
So
like a little studio.
There we go. Little interior designer for the studio. Legit. Send me. I was going to ask where do you get that neon light from? It's hard. I could see the fight rundown light up in the background. So I looked and there was like 500 quid.
You got the salt lamp.
Oh,
there it is. Don't muck about that. I'm ionized right now. I can't remember where we got this. It wasn't that much,
wasn't it? The ones I was looking at, then the neon lights were like 500 quid. I just typed in.
They might have. They might have smashed the markup up because everyone wants a neon for their bedroom, don't they? Now.
Yeah, true. It's just played out now, isn't it? But we will move on to this is the tier. The fan, to be fair, not the fans, bloody hell, who do I think I am? Like I'm some sort of girl. There's a lot of people who love the YouTube boxing when we talk about it. And like I said, you're always posting about it. You are always putting the JP on.
Wait, hold on. I will often put the JP on, but it's Sam, Vitamin S, which obviously is slang for sperm, we know this. He is one that normally puts the influencer boxing up because number one, I don't know who they are, what they are, or why. Okay, like I make you money, have a good time, I'm sure, but I don't understand because I'm too old to understand the YouTuber stuff because like what KSI was famous for, from what I've been told, is just what we all did. We all said horrific atrocities to one another while we were playing Tekken. And it was just what you did until 2, 3 in the morning with your friends. And that never ever could be recorded or put out because of the atrocities. You know, you're not going around your mate's house after the mum finds out what you've said about the mum, whilst you're giving it the Forest Law one finger bandit. Nah.
You know what?
Impossible.
I agree. Obviously, it's different coming from the generations watched it. Does that mean I like YouTuber boxing?
I would have thought you would.
You know
it's
what?
Got a little bit of the WWE about it, and it's got a little bit of spectacle.
Yeah, you know, I will ask you some WWE questions later. Shout out to the Fight Rundown Dark episode listeners. But I just want to say, I am tuning in for Anderson Silva, Jake Paul. This is huge. This is the first one I'm paying for. I'm going to be paying for Silver Paul because I want that in full 4K. Don't want any interruptions. Don't want any dodgy streams to go down. I'm staying up for it, and I can't lie.
When is it?
When this comes out, it should be
a couple of weeks, isn't it?
No, it's next week. It's next week. Not this Saturday. The Saturday after.
What's it? So, what's it on UK? What is it on DAZN?
Fight.
Yeah, see immediately. That's YouTube in the morning. That one.
Yeah, it is. But I have got enough fight credits saved up for a free pay-per-view
to crush it.
Yeah, so I was going to buy the Wilder one for free, but then I thought, no, what's the point?
Would you so your peak, your key demo for the JP and the KSIs and stuff like that. Jake's different to the rest of them for a start. He's almost much more built for this, even down to like the thickness of his neck, his attitude, like his jaw structure, his broadness. He's built for it.
Yeah.
I don't think KSI is, and I don't know what a Deji is still. So I'm going to say that he probably isn't in bad shape. But yeah, it's just like poor guy.
Well, as an amateur boxer,
yeah,
so annoying. Well, like I said, I'm not amateur yet, but I'm almost there. It's so annoying watching these guys going in, knowing I could bang them, and I'm not even good. Like, some of it's a joke. Watching some of this is a joke, isn't it? When you see the way they're fighting, especially these DAZN cards.
The ones that I've seen lately are a little bit naughty because there's a few of them in there that have done some stuff before. There was one geezer, Salt Pappy's a bad boy. He knows what he's doing, and there was another one as well who tried to do the backflip.
I think Dean the Great.
Yeah, so he looked like he could fight as well.
I sound so bad knowing all these guys, like I'm some sort of die-hard fan.
Listen, my kids will talk to me about all the characters in their magical plays as well, mate. It's all good. They know all the names of me. Like
Dean the Great. He started from I think his YouTube channel was just street fighting.
Oh, that's a bit different then, isn't it? He shouldn't really be in there with some geezer. Well,
I can't remember what the other guy's name was. For a good reason.
Yeah, and then there was the geezer who came out to the Vanessa Carlton song, Slim, who got a belt or something. I watched the whole card with my dad because he had nothing to do on Saturday night. And he was fuming knowing that he's watched this all his life. And by the end of the night, somehow KSI is a double champion. And he went, hang on. Yeah.
How's KSI got 2 belts on his shoulders when he's beating a part-time rapper? And this guy is never
clever though, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's so it is because if it's not you and me, yeah, it's stupid. But it's all right. So what do people like link with boxing? It's the belts. What do they see? And they're like, oh, we want spectacle. Even at Spice World on Saturday night, like there was some kid singer in leather trousers called Tom, who I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. Stopped like halfway through the show, and he'd done like 2 or 3 songs, like a little mini concert for everyone while it was there. Huh?
What card was this on?
The Savannah Marshall Shields card.
Oh, that Tom Grennan guy. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, no idea who he is.
No, I don't listen to his but
yeah. But
I'll be honest,
that's my point.
So
that's coming over now. So like the madness of like the Misfits and the influencer stuff is now trying to make its way back in to the mainstream boxing, even though, you know, it was the women's card, which is going to be different anyway. You get away with it. But the second you start smashing, like some geezer giving it some Aerosmith in the middle of a big card, you're back in Germany, right? That's what they do. It's not what we do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a spectacle. Every sport's heading into the bloody Super Bowl of shows, isn't it? So good show. Never thought of it like that, to be fair. But you mentioned Shields, Marshall. It was a great card. I was actually following obviously Page Boxing, Jesse on the Twitter, and I had it to the same score.
Oh, was he tweeting? Was he?
Yeah. So I had the same score, which was kind of interesting because my boxing club was absolutely tearing me for picking Shields.
Are you sure Jesse's got a Twitter? There's no way that fucker uses Twitter.
Nah, Page Boxing. I'm sure I saw Page Boxing.
I'm going to text him now. Or have you got a Twitter?
Yeah, here.
It is as well. Who knew? Okay. You think you know someone, innit? He was meant to be on here tonight, but he got stuck.
No worries. Low key, though. He might have tweeted something and I read someone else's score above. Because now I'm looking through and I actually can't see a score. So I think I was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was tweaking a bit, to be fair. Of course, classic.
He had a little bit, like, I did see him look at his phone quite a lot, but then he'd had a little bit too much fun. So he was lost in it for a bit.
Well, now I don't know who I scored the same as, but yeah, I scored it 10-2.
But to be fair, he 10-2. Wow. No, he nailed it. He basically, you got the thing flash up. You got 10 minutes. Yeah, he nailed the score. So he picked Bowen Gardner, and that was proper close. And then he picked Shields, but from I don't know. I thought Mayer edged it. and I didn't think that was 10-2. I thought that was fucking close.
Might have been a bit of a bias from me, but yeah, I was getting
What,
torn.
do you like Shields?
Yeah, I've been on Shields since like 2013, 2014. So always kind of been the only one in women's boxing I've really backed. But the question I'm going to ask you now is, what are you saying is a greater fight? Because both, I think it's the second best women's fight of all time, in my opinion. But what are you picking as a better fight? Shields versus Marshall or Serrano versus Taylor?
Shields versus Marshall.
Ooh.
He's like no thoughts about it. It was a much higher level. It was a much higher pace. It was much more fun. But the difference is that, well, number one, the difference is that I was ringside for that one and not Katie. I didn't think it was that good. I thought Katie Taylor was very, very lucky not to get stopped. I thought she was even luckier to get that. I thought Serrano bashed the shit out of her. If that, like, in a fight, Serrano beats her. In a match, Katie probably gets away with it but
I did have it to Serrano, but for me, might be controversial one, but that was actually my fight of the year, which is
very
crazy
progressive.
considering some of the male fighters as well. Yeah, so I don't know. Serrano Taylor just made me feel some sort of way to like how good it was. I don't know. It's had all the drama for me.
More than Wood Conlon, because Wood Conlon, come on now. Wood Conlon was wild.
Yeah,
that was a film. The champion put flat on his ass, laid out in the first round, and then comes back to punch the dude out of the ring to maintain in your first defense.
Oh, you know what? The reason why I am picking Taylor Serrano still is because it's such an annoying thing when you don't watch the fight live. And you kind of know the result. I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same, does it? Like I've read it up and I was like,
children and your wokeness. It's just woke.
Oh God, no, don't put me in that
you're punching out to me. Yeah, you're being progressive. If it's opinion, isn't it? It's opinion.
Yeah, but I can't watch something the same when I know the spoilers. Not at all. I'll never watch a full 90-minute football game if I knew, which I never would anyway. But say if I knew the score and it was recorded, there's no chance I'm watching that game. I'm forwarding it to the goal.
Yeah, but if you loved it, you would.
True. The question,
it's different. You wouldn't do that because you think soccer racing is rubbish. Like I don't think it's rubbish because who cares? That's how indifferent I am towards it.
You know what? I respect. Maybe I am woke. Maybe I am a part of that generation.
I think you're trying to crush the female Sikh combat sports podcast, like the genre, just to form it. I just think that's what you're going for, and I respect that.
Hey, you know what? Someone's got to secure the bag. You know what I mean?
You have to.
Hence why that blood money deal from Saudi Arabia is still knocking on my door one day. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to move to Dubai. I'll take
You'd look wicked in Dubai.
I'd fit in. That's more than I do here. I can't lie. But if you're offering me 7 bags, if you're offering me 7,
you got to go, ain't you?
I'm taking the blood money, man. I mean, clean oil money. I'm taking it, hands down.
What, did you have anything else before because the things counted?
Yeah, I know. You know what? I don't think so. I think that was a nice little intro. It's like I said, I'm putting him above Ariel. Especially after this. I love Ariel.
It's because you didn't. It's because you didn't ask any actual questions.
It was actually
nothing that actually. Yeah, everything was just imagination, and I like that.
It's the best way. The best way.
Yeah, if you want us to come back on, just give us a shout.
I hope
I'll try and get Jess on as well.
Well, before we do, I just want to apologize because, like we said, we all have got to pay for these lights working here. So I want to shout out the sponsor of this podcast, and that is Complete Kitchen. Rob, have you ever felt hungry and needed some good macronutrient food on a quick fix?
Fact.
Of course you have. Well, let me tell you about Complete Kitchen. All right. And let me tell all the listeners about Complete Kitchen, the viewers. Complete Kitchen offer the greatest meal prep you can possibly imagine. And I'm not saying this to be biased. It is honestly the nicest food I've ever eaten from a meal prep company. These guys offer a range of foods. You've got meatballs, you've got turkey bolognese, you've got my favorite harissa chicken. And these are all on offer not on offer. These are all 10 meals for £50 nationwide delivery. And you're probably thinking, what a bargain, aren't you, Rob? Especially with them London prices.
That's
Well, you know
decent,
what? I can even save you 10% by using code rundown10 at checkout. So
I like that.
if anyone else listening needs some high quality meal prep, hit complete.kitchen on Instagram or head to the website, which I think may still be getting redone when this is going up. I'm not too sure. So to be safe, hit their Instagram up, DM them, and you can order your food. Use code rundown10 at checkout to save 10%. And yeah, check the menu out, see what you like, and get them gains. You know what I mean? We're all trying to cut this weight, all them fighters trying to cut weight. Just a regular office guy needs some quick lunch. Yeah, get at it. So shout out to Complete Kitchen, and shout out to Rob for coming on.
I might even get some on, to be honest, because I've been calling out. This is some esports geezer called Ian Chambers, who's a friend of a friend. I keep saying I'll fight him, but he won't fight. So if he actually does, and he,
you know what?
picks up
You
to
could
it,
run down 10 if you need to.
code rundown 10. There it is. I'll just bang out a couple of little boxes of that. That's all we need, isn't it? Code rundown 10.
Honestly, if I was you, I'd
Complete
go
Kitchen.
Harissa
Like
Chicken. Harissa Chicken's too goated from there.
Mate,
I'm going to go there
white
tomorrow.
for such spice.
Hey?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm
So
going to go
too white for such spice. I can't muck about with Harissa. That's not for me.
Well, then maybe the meatballs are for you, or the Godfather. I've never had the Godfather.
All of those things sound like they're for me, to be honest. I'm about that.
Honestly, organic food as well. Organic. Like, you can't. Probably the best ad read I've ever done, because we've actually had a conversation about it instead of just reading it and moving
Exactly.
on. But no, I really appreciate coming on, and I'm sure we'll be linking soon.
I really like the merch. The merch is powerful.
The merch. You like the merch?
I do like the merch.
If this is going up before next week, make sure you cop your Canelo and Masvidal drops, guys. DM me. Only £45 for honestly the highest quality shit you can possibly get. There's no other way to put it. Honestly, these are shipped in from different countries to get the highest. Well, the jumpers I liked, the quality I liked. So make sure to check it out. And yes, again, one more time, big shout out to Rob, absolute legend. Reason why I started podcasting.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you very much for coming on.
Which is hilarious.
I'm sure I'm being serious. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Sure.